This video is about the Miami Brightline Station, which is under construction. The pictures and videos that I have were taken on January 11th, 2018, and I also will explain how this station differs from the stations in Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. I will also explain how this Brightline service interacts with the MetroRail, the Metro Mover, and the Tri-Rail trains in Miami. Brightline is a new passenger rail service connecting Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and eventually Orlando. I do updates on the Brightline train every week, so if you want to keep track of what's happening, subscribe to my channel, turn on alerts so you won't miss anything. So I'm at the Miami Brightline station behind me. As you can see, it's under construction, not ready yet at all. But these are the tracks up there. That's the Brightline tracks. But next to the Brightline tracks is the MetroRail, parallel going through the station, so you can get off one train and get on the other. The Metro Mover also goes right through the Brightline station. There it goes. You can see this is the entrance to the Metro Mover here. You can see the Brightline station behind it. The Metro Mover goes right underneath the station. So that's a MetroRail going by up there, and I'll explain more about the MetroRail and the Metro Mover a little bit later in this video. Also, my information is that Tri-Rail will be coming into the Brightline station as well. That the Brightline station has 5 tracks that terminate in the station. The MetroRail tracks go past the station. The Metro Mover, there's the Metro Mover, that goes through the station. And the Brightline will have 3 tracks, and the Tri-Rail will have 2 tracks. Currently, Tri-Rail goes to the airport. I'll show you on a map where these different services go in a little bit here. But first I'm going to show what's around this Brightline station. So I'm on 8th Street in Miami at, this is North Miami Avenue behind me. You can see American Airlines Arena. I don't know how well you can see it. It's just one, it actually looks farther away on the iPhone, but it's just 1 block away. And then right here is the Brightline station under construction. So taking the Brightline train from West Palm to here to attend an event at the American Airlines Arena becomes a real option if it's only going to take an hour to get here and an hour to get back. So I'm at the Wilkie Ferguson Jr. United States Courthouse. You can see that the Brightline station is right behind it. So behind me is the Miami-Dade County Children's Courthouse. That's it. And there's the Brightline station right next to it. So if you work in the court system, if you're a stenographer or legal assistant or something like that, you live in Fort Lauderdale or West Palm, you could commute to work here if you wanted to. Also, the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale, the federal courthouse is just a block from the Brightline station. It's right on the other side of the bus station. Now, the Brightline station is part of an area called Miami Central. This is one of the Miami Central buildings. I've put a link to the Miami Central website in the description. So this station is much different than the stations in Fort Lauderdale and West Palm. But for one thing, this is elevated. The whole station is elevated, and for another thing, it's way bigger. And it has these, it's actually a whole transportation hub with the MetroRail and the Metro Mover and the Tri-Rail train coming in here also. Here's another view of the MetroRail train, right, which is really adjacent to the structure of the Brightline station. The MetroRail station that's adjacent to the Brightline station here is the historic Overtown Lyric Theater station. Here's another view of some other construction happening in the Brightline station. And there's a Brightline station. The Brightline station is incorporating these buildings, which I believe are office buildings. Also right here is the police department headquarters. You may have seen this building in movies and television shows and stuff, and is right behind the station. So you can see the Miami station is a real transportation hub with a lot of commercial development included in it. The other stations, the other Brightline stations, have commercial and residential properties owned by the Brightline people, but on a much smaller scale. Fort Lauderdale and West Palm stations are nearly identical. They both have a main entrance area with a ticket counter and ticket machines. Then they have escalators and an elevator leading to a lobby positioned over the platform with 2 tracks that pass through the station. So you go into the main entrance, up the escalators to the waiting area, the lobby area, and then down the escalator to the train platform to board the train. There's also a 3rd track that goes around the stations. It's kind of a siding. In the Fort Lauderdale one, it goes from just south of the station to just north of Sunrise Boulevard, which is about a 1.5 miles, I'm guessing. And these stations have a coffee bar and merchandise, and they have a children's play area. They're identical. So I'm going to now show you, using maps, I'll show you where the Miami station is. This map shows the entire state of Florida. Just to put this in perspective, the blue line is the Tri-Rail line, the red line is the Brightline, and the dotted part of the Brightline is the proposed extension to Orlando that is supposed to be done sometime within the next 2 years or so. So we're going to zoom in. So here's a satellite image of Miami, and just to show you where things are, that's downtown. The red block is downtown. The blue block is the airport. The yellow block is South Beach, the famous South Beach. And then this orange area here is where the cruise ships are. So I'm going to zoom in more and switch to a map view. Now South Beach and the cruise terminal are off the screen. So I'm going to add the Tri-Rail line. The Tri-Rail line comes into the airport, and then there's the Brightline. The Brightline will go right downtown. And then I will add the MetroRail, and then I'll add the Metro Mover. Now the Metro Mover isn't a train, it's more of it looks like a monorail, but it actually runs on rubber wheels on elevated concrete tracks. So let me just label these things, and I'll leave you with this. And I hope this helps you understand the Miami Brightline station and the location of it and the other trains that are other transportation. If you like this video, give me a like, leave a comment. I do Brightline updates every week, so subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. Thanks very much.